Thank you so much. Yeah, my printer broke. I'm going to lead a meditation, but it's going to be one where you get to participate. So David talked about tools, prayer tools. So I'm going to give you a tool you may or may not be familiar with. And it is called a spiritual mind treatment. And this is one of the things that sets unity and unity apart and Science of Mind. Science of Mind has this affirmative prayer with steps. It's a technology. And it's a method. So they call it scientific prayer. Steps. 5 steps, and we're going to chant them. So this piece is called Chanting the 5 Steps. I have seen 7 steps. I've seen this spiritual mind treatment with 3 steps and even 1 step. But the 5-step treatment is the most popular one. We're going to learn that one today. And the word treatment for spiritual mind treatment, what it does is it treats the atmosphere of the mind, and we have individualizing minds, but it's all connected. Each one of us is an expression and an extension of source energy. So this treats the atmosphere of the mind. It could be the one praying, and it could be the one being prayed for, and it could be just sort of by accident somebody gets the benefit of the prayer. Steps. We start with step 1, which is known as recognition. What we're recognizing is the principle that God is all there is. This is the idea that everything that exists in the seen world and the unseen world and even the spaces in between is made of this divine substance, this presence, this essence. Some call it God, some call it goddess, some call it all there is, some call it source, some call it higher power, some call it infinite wisdom. There's at least 1,000 names for this idea. But it is all there is. Whatever you name it, that's what it is, that energy, that power. So there's a little chant, there's a little mantra that we're going to learn. We're going to sing it 3 times, and it goes like this. God is all there is. Let's try that 3 times. God is all there is. And again, God is all there is. And one more time. God is all there is. You're doing fantastic. We're going to move on to step 2, which is known as unification. This is where we consciously unify with that oneness. Now, we're always unified, but we don't always remember. David talked about that too. It's when we remember that we get that power, we get that place of, well, we get to recognize and we get to unify with who and what we are. So what we're going to be doing is consciously unifying with our source. That every cell, every atom, neutron, proton, everything in each one here is made of that power. This is the truth of our being, because if God is all there is, then I must be that, and each one here must be that. We consciously unify. Sometimes there's a little place where something shifts. You might get God bumps. You might get butterflies in your stomach. So if you can just think about that. God and I are one. God and I are one. This is where the power of the prayer is. Because when we are in that place of unification, we have the complete backing of the entire universe going into our intentions. So the second step goes like this. God and I are one. Let's try that 3 times. God and I are one. God and them together 3 times. God is all there is. God and I are one. And again, God is all there is. God and I are one. One more. God is all there is. God and I are one. You are doing so fantastic. We're going to move into step 3, which is the main body of the prayer. It's why we're praying. We always declare what it is we want in the now present tense. It's known as realization because we're realizing the future right now, or we're realizing a continuation of what we have right now. They used to call it affirmation declaration, but now it's called realization. In the present tense, and it often starts with I am. Often first person, always present tense. So I am perfect, whole, and completely healthy. I am the perfection of health. Or you could say something like, all is well. That's in the present tense, but you could say all is well with me, and then that puts it in the first person. So this is the opportunity that you get to think of an affirmation, a realization, a declaration for yourself, if you'd like. But I made one for all of us, kind of a generic one. And there's a little breath before we sing it, but it goes like this. I am open to my good. Let's try that. I am open to my good. 2 more. I am open to my good. Last one. I am open to my good. Now we're going to put the 3 steps together like this, 3 times. God is all there is. God and I are one. Now a little breath here. I am open to my good. And again, God is all there is. God and I are one. Remember the breath? I am open to my good. One more time. God is all there is. God and I are one. Breath. I am open to my good. Fabulous. We are embodying these steps. You know, the more we do it, the more it becomes part of us. The more we think a thought, the more it becomes a belief. The more we pray. These beautiful principles. So now we're up to step 4, the gratitude step. We had that already today, a couple of times, I think. I don't think we can ever be over grateful. And law of attraction teaches us that what we focus on gets bigger, whether we like it or not. Right? So that's the time to remember who we are, unify, and make the choice. We always have choices. We can always be grateful. You know, the universe always says yes. Always. Because it's the part of God that just is the action of spirit. It does what it's told. Isn't that an empowering thing to know? That the law does what it's told, consciously or unconsciously. So the more conscious we are, the more we can have that life that is so effective and powerful. I am so grateful. Let's try that 3 times. I am so grateful. 2 more. I am so grateful. 1 more. I am so grateful. All right, we made it to step 5. This is where we release our word. We get out of the way. We let it happen. You know, when we have these recognition and then unification. We're in a real beautiful state of presence. That's a spiritual state. And then we let the human come in, the human thought of what it is we'd like. We put our order in, so to speak. And then we're grateful. And then we just have to let it go. So there's an important idea that we want something. We have an idea, we want it. So that's the mind telling us what. And then our heart will tell us why. The what and the why. The how is none of our business. We get out of the way and just let it happen. And then I always like to put that or something better. Because I don't want to limit spirit. I'm operating out of the mind of God, but my little mind of God is not the entire mind of God. So I do my best to get out of the way and let it happen, let it flow. You don't want to limit that source. So here's the fifth step. I release and let it all go. 3 times. I release and let it all go. I release and let it all go. I release and let it all go. Are we ready to do all 5 steps 3 times? Okay. God is all there is. God and I are one. I am open to my good. I am so grateful. I release and let it all go. God is all there is. God and I are one. I am open to my good. I am so grateful. I release and let it all go. One more time. God is all there is. God and I are one. I am open to my good. I am so grateful. I release and let it all go. I release and let it all go. One more. I release and let it all go. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Just breathe into that. So, there are lots of different ways to pray. There's no wrong way to pray, but there are more effective ways to pray. And there's 2 sort of major prayers. They all usually come out either as, please, 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 or thank you, thank you, thank you. And the please, please, please is where we're, it's supplication, and we're just, there's the energy of, please, I want something, and then the universe says yes. It goes, yeah, you want something. Yeah, here's more wanting. A lot of times that happens, right? But if you're grateful, I'm so grateful that I have this opportunity to be in expectancy and know that this is coming. I'm grateful. Thank you, Spirit. So this is a song of gratitude. And this was written by Lisa Ashman and John Tiro, and I have permission to do it. I recorded it. And I just have to get a sip of tea. It's called Thank You for Another Wonderful Day. I'm going to sing the chorus, and then we're going to sing it together. And you'll have the words up here. It goes like this. Thank you for another wonderful day. Here's another chance to walk in your way. Here's a chance to help my brothers and my sisters help each other. Thank you for another wonderful day. You got it? I'm going to help you. You got the words right here. Here we go. Thank you for another wonderful day. Here's another chance to walk in your way. Here's a chance to help my brothers and my sisters help each other. Thank you for another wonderful day. You guys are doing great. That was awesome. All right, so I'm going to do a verse. We're going to sing chorus, another verse, another chorus. So it goes like this. I wake up to sunshine. I did not invent the sunshine. Or it might be raining, but I did not make up the rain. There's so much beauty, it's hard to ignore. Once you see beauty, you've got to see more. When I see such beauty, I see your hand in it, Lord. And here we go. Thank you for another wonderful day. Here's another chance to walk in your way. Here's a chance to help my brothers and my sisters help each other. Thank you for another wonderful day. You made the mountains, you made the hills and valleys. You made the oceans, and you made an ocean of stars. You made these children inhabit this place. And best of all, you love what you made. In all of creation, the depth of your love is displayed. Thank you for another wonderful day. Here's another chance to walk in your way. Here's a chance to help my brothers and my sisters help each other. Thank you for another wonderful day. Yay, good job, everybody. How great. What a wonderful singing group. Ooh, this is what I live for. You know, I don't have a band. I have you guys backing me up. And it's the best. It's like I got the band of angels. So we're going to move on to another kind of prayer. And this is the prayer of Jabez or Jabez. Anybody remember that? It was real popular in the 90s. That book came out. Dr. or Reverend Bruce Wilkinson, author, New York Times bestseller. And so it was, he's a traditional Christian minister. And so the idea of Jabez was, it shows up in Chronicles. You know, I'm not a big Bible person, but I know that Chronicles was in the Old Testament. And it's chapter 4 and verse 10. And so in Chronicles, it's where this one begats that one and that one begats this one. There's all this begatting going on. And when it gets to the part about Jabez, the story is, and it's not because I read the Bible, it's because I read the book. Thank you, Bruce. So it gets to the part about Jabez, and when Jabez's mother was pregnant with him, it was a very painful pregnancy and a very painful birth. So his mom names him Jabez, which means pain. I can kind of relate to this because when I was a kid, they called me Elaine the Pain. So I get your pain, Jabez. I changed it to brain. And so he declared that he never wanted to cause anybody any pain and that he was asking for blessings. He decided we're supposed to ask. We're supposed to ask for blessings, which is fine. You know, we can ask, please, please, or we can affirm, thank you, thank you. However you do it, it's not wrong. Some is just a little more powerful. So the original prayer is, oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, and your hand would be with me, that you would keep me from evil, that I may cause no pain. So he's not really even so much asking, he's declaring it. But what I did to, I think makes it a little more powerful, in between the first 4 lines, I stuck an affirmation in there. See, oh, that you would bless me indeed, I am blessed. Just like what you guys do here with the prayer of protection. I love that you do that with the I am. And enlarge my territory, I manifest. And so we're going to do that 2 times. And what happens here, I kind of made it a sort of a doo-woppy sounding piece from the Old Testament here. Cha-cha-cha. All right, we're going to move on to another kind of prayer, and this is the Ho'oponopono, the prayer of forgiveness from Hawaii. Does anybody know about the Ho'oponopono? I know some of you here know about that. It could be a big, long story, but I'll give it to you short. So what people used to do, maybe they still do it, is go to the great kahuna in Hawaii to ask for a blessing, to pray for them. And that's fine. We can know for each other. There's nothing wrong with that. However, in the 70s, a woman named Morna Simeona, she realized that we each have our own direct connection to Source because we're an extension of it. So, we can tap into that. And she started to teach the Ho'oponopono prayer. And her star pupil was Dr. Hugh Len. and he was a psychologist, and he became her student. And he had a daughter that had a terrible skin condition for 10 years. They tried everything, and nothing worked. But he started to do this prayer, and it cleared up. And then for a few years, he got a job at the Hawaii State Hospital for the criminally insane. So, criminally insane hospital. There was a lot of violence happening between the patients/inmates and with the staff. They had a lot of people leave there. Well, Dr. Elaine came in, and he never saw a patient. He never saw anybody. He just sat in his office, and he did this prayer. He did this prayer, and the prayer is, I love you. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And though there's 4 lines, and you can do them in any order. I learned this prayer twice. And what was happening was, it was a Friday night. I think it was 2011. And I was going to be singing at Unity in Ocala on Sunday. And so I called the minister, Reverend Mary Lou. Some of you might know her. And I said, well, so what are you going to talk about? Because I want to have the music go with, of course, the talk. And she said, well, I'm going to do this and that, but I'm going to do this little, like a process, and I want you to do a song on forgiveness. And I'm thinking, like, nothing comes to mind. So then we got off the phone, and then I realized I had about a half an hour before I went to the women's meditation, the full moon meditation at Rising Tide in Sarasota. So I sat down and started to write this chorus. And this is Richard Shulman's music, and I used to meditate to his, in the 90s, I'd meditate. Side 1, day 1, side 2, day 2, side 1, day 3. It was a dedicated cassette, so it just was there for that. And whenever this piece, he called it the walk, whenever it came on, a lot of times I thought, I would love to put words to that. It's so lyrical. And then I forgot about it. And 2011, I ran into Richard Shulman at, he's my friend from New York and Asheville, not the one that lived around here. And remembered that melody. And so I thought, oh, okay, as I forgive, I am forgiven, releasing negativity. So I wrote this chorus here. I wrote it for me. I wanted to start to be more kind. It was a thing about kind. I'm a Scorpio. You know what that means? We can be a little... So I wrote it for me. And that's all I wrote. And then I went to the meditation, and Jo Mui was there, and she was teaching the Ho'oponopono prayer that night. When you're tuned in, it's just like synchronicities, and it just like you're in the flow, click, click. So when I got there, she was teaching us the Ho'oponopono, and there were all these angels on the altar. And I decided that to open up to those angels' blessings, and because the verse goes, I open up to the angels' blessings, I know the end is coming soon. So the end is, whenever there's an end, there's a new beginning. Whenever there's a beginning, there's an end. So this was the end and the beginning of the new me, the kinder, gentler Elaine. So keep hope alive as I'm transcending. I'll be reborn by next full moon, because that's 28 days, and that's a habit, right? So for a while, I never explained it. And people, what do you mean the end is coming? What? So I thought I would explain it. So let's do your part, the chorus, and then later on the bridge, the prayer, the Ho'oponopono prayer comes in. So it goes like this. I'll do it once, and if you know it, sing it, and we'll do it together. As I forgive, I am forgiven, releasing negativity, revealing kindness that once was hidden. I find a peaceful energy. Let's try it. Here we go. As I forgive. As I forgive, I am forgiven, releasing negativity, revealing kindness that once was hidden. I find a peaceful energy. I open up to the angels' blessings. I know the end hospital for the criminally insane. And he just sat in his office and he did this prayer. And within 3 years, they had to close the hospital because people got better. They moved on. Gesundheit. But what a miracle. And he said, I didn't heal them. I healed the part of me that saw them that way. You know, it's an inside job. Life is an inside job. And what is out here? If you want to know how you're doing in life, look out here and you'll see. So we're going to do the whole Pono Pono, and it goes like this. I love you. I love you. Now your turn. Together. As I forgive, I am forgiven, releasing negativity, revealing kindness that once was hidden. I find a peaceful energy. I find a peaceful energy. One more time. I find a peaceful energy. Breathe that in, that peaceful energy of forgiveness, of knowing that what it is we're looking at, we're looking through. Okay, come on back. And so I got 2 more songs. A quick one. This one, everybody here knows this song. You know the prayer, and it goes like this. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can. And again, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference, and the wisdom to know the difference. One more time. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference, and the wisdom to know the difference. And here's a Codependence Anonymous version of this song, the one that I need. God, grant me the serenity to accept the people I cannot change, courage to change wanted to do this one more quickly because it's one you already know. But I changed it. It's the Lord's Prayer, but I call it the Our Father and Mother Walls. And you know this. You know most of the words. I unitized it. It goes like this. Country walls. Anybody want to dance? Our Father and Mother. Sing with me. Which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Same melody, second verse. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. On earth as it is in heaven. I'm going to change a little bit. You give us this day our daily bread. You forgive us our debts as we do our debtors. Now here's where we're going to declare what we want instead of what we don't want. You lead us and guide us and protect us and deliver us from evil and error. For thine is the kingdom, and thine is the power, and thine is the glory, forever and ever, forever and ever, forever and ever. One more time. Forever and ever. Amen. Blessed be, and so it is. Okay, I think Vivian's going to come up here. It's that time of the program. I went over a little bit. I apologize.
Worth every second.
I could stay here for the rest of the day.
Oh, thank you, Elaine. I believe Elaine's table is still set up.
Oh, yeah.
There are all kinds of sparklies, along with her personality and her music.
And CDs. Yeah, if anybody still buys those, I have a trunk load.
Yeah. And it's time now for us to be able to express our gratitude. Time for us to give back to this beloved community. For those at home, you can press the donate button. And for those of us here, if we will take that offering in our hand, warm it up, put the love energy in it, and affirm with me our blessing for gifts and tithes. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, that this is so.
So while they're passing around the basket, we're going to sing. God is my source, all my needs are met, and I am grateful. Here we go. God is my source, all my needs are met, and I am grateful. Try that together. God is my source, all my needs are met, and I am grateful. One more time. God is my source, all my needs are met, and I am grateful. All my needs are met. All my needs are met. All my needs are met. All my needs are met, and I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. One more. I am grateful.
Short and sweet. And now it's time for our closing song. Let there be peace on earth.
And
then
everybody,
we'll
I guess we
follow-
stand and hold hands around here,
We
right?
stand and hold hands.
Okay.
And then we close with our prayer for protection.
And then we close with the prayer of protection, which I love the way you guys do that. So are we ready? We're all set? Surrounds us. I am the light. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is. I am divine. And so it is. Yes.